Tales from the Outer Rim. Last time on Star Trek Online, we snuck our way into the Gamma Quadrant, and we found a persnickety, treacherous little Ferengi. We helped her out. Kind of annoyed the Dominion, but they want a changeling back. So they're okay with our betrayal. And here we go.
I have new orders for you. The Federation Council has authorized the release of the Founder from the detention facility where she is currently being held. I need someone the Founder will respect to complete the transfer. You're the best candidate for the task. I don't expect any problems. But I didn't expect Jem'Hadar from the past to crash the BORG conference either. So take my recommendations with a grain of salt. The important thing is the safety of Aaron and the Founder. We need their help if we want to end this standoff without more bloodshed.
Okay. Ooh. I bet that's a one-time. Person shields. Okay. Ooh. A tactical candidate.
I have new orders for you.
Go to Ayala. Captain, we've arrived at the designated coordinates. I am detecting a large structure on the asteroid. We'll need to approach before we can hail them. Hello, First Tom Sakaklan. Your authorization to visit has just come through from Starfleet Command. We don't get many visitors here, so this is quite an occasion. However, we are detecting 2 ships in orbit. Why is there a Jem'Hadar vessel? We have a Vorta guest. Wayun is here to see the Founder. That is most irregular, First. Very well. I will permit you to beam down with one of your officers. The Vorta, however, will have to remain on his ship. Come speak to me, and if everything is in order, I will allow him to enter the facility.
The Founders are wise in all things. The Dominion has endured for over 2,000 years, and we will continue to do so.
I have made contact with Facility 4028.
Excellent. I'm ready to beam down immediately. The Founder has been trapped among solids for far too long, and the Great Link is diminished without her august presence. There's the matter of our transporter signal, however. The station is blocking it. Perhaps you can enlighten me here? I'm beginning to feel unwelcome.
I'm here to reach a mutually beneficial solution.
It's not that you're unwelcome, but there are security concerns.
Security concerns? Really? You and I both know that the Dominion could conquer this facility if we so desired. And yet here we are, observing the peace. I'm sure Starfleet has a number of clever defenses here. But as we've proven in the past, even your best defended locations are vulnerable to a squad of Jem'Hadar warriors.
Wayun, just wait here until I speak to the Warden.
Very well. I'll wait. You do understand that my patience is not an endless commodity, yes? When it is exhausted, I'm afraid we shall enter a more unpleasant stage of our relationship. Let us hope the situation is resolved before that occurs.
Wayne's not happy, but he's agreed to wait, sir. We are ready to transport on your orders. Captain, the Warden is waiting for us in Isolation Zone Alpha. According to the information we received, if we follow the blue line, it should lead us right to him.
Antechamber A. Authorized visitors must report to the Warden A. Follow the blue line to Isolation Zone A. ISIS access granted. How may I assist you?
I am ISIS, the Inmate Security and Information System. Visitor Tom Suckaklin. Recognized. Visitor authorization verified. Access level 2 authorized. Welcome to Facility 4028 first. Please report to the Warden before proceeding into the facility.
You may proceed.
There he is.
Isolation Zone A.
Welcome first.
Authorized
Is there
visitors
anything I
must
can do to
report
assist
to
you?
the
What can
Warden.
you tell me about
Follow the
Facility
blue line to
4028?
Isolation Zone
And
A.
can you shut the computer up? Not many people know about this place first, and that is intentional. We are a Federation penal institution designed to house the most high-profile and most dangerous prisoners. Most are quite violent or disruptive, but a few are targets for attack that we need to keep here for their own safety. Because of the danger, this facility is almost completely staffed by photonic personnel. There are only a handful of
Authorized
humanoids
visitors
authorized
must
to work
report
here.
to the Warden.
5.
Follow the blue
Now
line
that
to
Councilor
Isolation Zone
Ferrer
A.
has left us, and even they aren't present at the facility full-time. What should I call you? Is it just the Warden? A bit disconcerting, isn't it? I understand that the EMH Mark I had the same problem, but in this instance, instead of the programmers forgetting to give me a name, it was intentional. The thought was that I would be less approachable, and therefore our guests wouldn't consider me to be a target for manipulation.
Authorized visitors
Or perhaps
must
it
report
was
to the
their little
Warden.
joke. You've
Follow
met
the blue
ISIS?
line to
I find it
Isolation
quite
Zone
intriguing
A.
that our computer received a name, but I and the rest of the photonic staff did not. I am here to see the founder. Oh really? That is quite unusual. I thought you were the KDF representative I requested to speak to inmate 53160. He's been waiting for quite some time. I'll need to verify your authorization to see the founder, and that will take a few minutes. Until then, would you be willing to speak to inmate 53160? He's in Isolation Ward
Authorized
A.
visitors must
You
report
can
to
get
the Warden.
there
Follow
from this
the blue
area.
line to Isolation Zone
Meet with
A.
53160 and hear his grievances.
Isolation Zone A. Isolation Zone A. Extending Wi-Fi. Inmate 98639. Inmate 53160.
Karak. Klingon Class 2. Sentence pending. Requirements: isolation ward protocols. Visitor must be approved by Warden. Food and water intake must be monitored by medical personnel. Captain of Hakra. Allied with the House of Torg. Captured by Starfleet forces Stardate 86640.4. Help at Starbase 157 for processing. Uncooperative and violent with staff. When assigned to isolation, went on 32-day hunger strike that ended only when he was reassigned to general population. Transferred to Penal 47. While there, led 3 prisoner uprisings that resulted in 6 deaths. Remanded to Facility 4028 to await prisoner exchange or trial. Beautiful. Speak. The Empire sent you? Very well then. I have heard the stories of your victories. I know you are a valiant warrior. Look then upon my miserable state. Here I sit, caged like an animal, waiting for slaughter, and not even the sweet release of death will wash the stains of dishonor off my soul. The barge to Grethor waits for me, as it waits for us all. Unless we defeat the Federation, this will be your fate as well. That is what you called someone here to hear? The sad, self-pitying song of a warrior without teeth? I did as you asked. May I see the founder now? Of course. I've verified your authorization and granted permission for your Vorta friend to transport as well. However, he must remain outside the isolation zones. I realize that this is an unusual situation, but security protocols must be maintained. We're losing our most famous inmate. I suppose I should be a little sad, but it's not like she was very easy to get to know. She's very different from our other inmates. I don't suppose she has much use for us. The founder is being held in Isolation Zone B. If you follow the red line into the facility, you'll pass through the main holding, and then another processing area beyond that is Isolation B. Talk to Wayun, who's waiting outside Isolation Zone A. Right.
Isolation Zone A.
The founders are wise in all things.
Did you know your psychographic profile is required reading for all Vorta field supervisors? It's quite a fascinating study. To say you've had an unusual career would be an understatement.
Follow me. I will take you to the founder.
I'm happy to hear it. Despite the delays, you're fulfilling your end of the deal adequately. I would like to remind you that the safety of the Founder is now your responsibility. If she is harmed, the Dominion will have no choice but to respond. I think you'll find that Karo Khan will be the least of your problems if that occurs.
Let's go.
Access granted.
Name, unknown, species changeling. Class X. Pending. Sentence pending. Level 8 force field unaffected at all times. Visitors must be approved by Warden and Federation Council. Outside communications restricted. Inmate not allowed out of cell without Warden's approval. Leader of Dominion forces during the Dominion War. Surrendered to Federation custody after signing the Treaty of Bajor. Rehabilitation and therapy efforts have been ineffective. Medical personnel not equipped to deal with changeling physiology. Utilize subroutine Bashir 9-8 before any examinations.
Access granted.
What do you want, Solid? Time is meaningless. I will endure.
Founder, we have a situation at Deep Space Nine.
Since you are here asking for aid, your dilemma must be serious. At least, for you. What are you prepared to offer in return for my assistance? And what guarantee do I have that you will fulfill your end of any bargain we might reach? I have little trust for your kind, and with good reason. What is that human saying? To learn about a people, learn how they treat their prisoners? I have been here for many years, and I have learned much in that regard. Solids are irrational, fearful creatures. You cannot be trusted. Time is meaningless. I will endure.
Why did you choose to surrender to the Federation?
My captivity was the price I paid for the life of my people. We were dying, infected with a virus created by Starfleet intelligence. Odo cured me, but when I linked with him, I knew that he needed his justice. Otherwise, he would have stayed with the Solids, stayed with that woman. Therefore, I surrendered myself so he would take the cure to the Great Link. Once he joined it, I knew he would never leave. I am immortal. A few years here is a minor inconvenience. Those lost years are worth far less than the prizes I've gained in return.
I see.
Time is meaningless. I will endure.
Avorta came here with me. I will take you to him.
Then you mean to release me? Interesting. The price of my freedom, I trust, will not be insignificant. I will trust you, despite my inclination to do otherwise. I will return to the Great Link and to Odo. We have much to discuss. Lead the way. I wish to see what you Solids have in store for me after all these years.
Let's go.
Founder, your ordeal is at an end.
Wayoon, your line lives on. Good. Let us leave this place.
Founder, we have taken DS9 in your name and are prepared to extend our campaign throughout the quadrant. Give your blessing to our victory. We are yours to command.
I know you, Karakan. Your fleet failed us in the battle for Deep Space Nine. We lost because you did not arrive.
The fleet was diverted, passing through the anomaly. We did not...
I need soldiers, Karakan, not excuses. You failed the Dominion once. I will not give you the opportunity to do so again.
No, it can't. Ah! Attack! Kill everyone but the Founder! We are dead! We go into battle to reclaim our lives!
I think not. Did you really think I came here alone? Loyal Jem'Hadar! Defend your god! Kill these traitors!
ISIS is offline.
Captain, I've
Emergency
lost contact
protocols
with TV,
engaged.
blah, 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 blah. I'm detecting power failures all over the station. And there are signs of weapons fire, but there's something blocking my sensors. I can't get a complete reading. We're near the secondary ISIS core. That might be the best place to determine what's happening and what we can do to get back to the ship.
ISIS core.
Run diagnostics. ISIS is offline. Thank you for that. Emergency protocols have engaged. ISIS security override. Sorry, First. It is not possible to override emergency protocols at this time. Primary ISIS core is offline. The secondary core has limited functionality. Until order is restored, Facility 4028 is in
ISIS is
lockdown.
offline.
Hollow
Emergency
matrices are
protocols
offline.
engaged.
Communications are blocked. A transporter inhibition field has been activated. And the shuttle bay is protected by a Class 10 force field. What do I need to do to restore the primary ISIS core? 2 protocols are accepted to restore order in the case of catastrophic event in the facility. Prisoners are subdued using either lethal or non-lethal protocols. You will then be able to reboot primary ISIS core.
ISIS is offline.
Tell me about the non-lethal
Emergency
protocols.
engaged. Non-lethal
Emergency
options
site-to-site
selected.
transport is available. If you subdue prisoners and then tag them for transport, I will be able to move them to a safe holding zone. When order is restored, you will be able to bring me completely back online. The holographic staff can take it from there. Let's do the non-lethals.
Anesthetizing gas control.
With science training, you think you can reconfigure the prison's environmental controls to release an anesthetizing gas in a few selected areas. Triggering the gas from this location will give you an advantage against CARDASSIAN forces. Release anesthetizing.
Releasing anesthetizing gas.
No. Science training has to be love. In the end, there is nothing but death. Without my honor, I am nothing. Why aren't you fighting? A warrior without honor is nothing. I was named Dahar Master by the great Martok. It was my greatest triumph. After I was captured, it became my greatest regret. I cannot hold the title of Dahar Master and die in my bed like a coward. I will not cast further shame upon that memory by fighting a meaningless battle. There is glory to be had here. Honor. Defeat the Jem'Hadar. To what end? I could destroy every Jem'Hadar here. They are brutal and strong, but their skill is lacking. I wouldn't even need a weapon. But it would be a hollow victory. In the end, they would be dead, and then the Federation would put me back in my cage. Without honor, even battle is meaningless. If you won't fight, you're of no use to the Empire. Go back to your cell. You are right. I suppose that even the Moktovor is out of my grasp now. That's the ritual. I have no siblings or brothers in arms, and my honor, there is nothing of my honor left to salvage. I was given a chance for death in battle, and I rejected it like a fool, a cowardly fool. Even if I could enter Sto-vo-kor now, I would dishonor that sacred place with my presence. Farewell, First. If you remember me, do so as an example. This is what will happen to all fallen warriors if the Federation wins.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safe zone now.
Harsh.
Primary ISIS core.
Reinitialize. Is there anything I can do to assist you? Warden, speak to me. I see you First. It's just... Ah, there it is. Diagnostic cycle complete. Took a few seconds for ISIS to bring me completely back online. I apologize for the delay. Can you take it from here? Certainly. Now that ISIS is online, getting the remaining prisoners back in their cells and settled down should be trivial. I've also contacted the closest starbase and requested an engineering team. We'll be back at peak operating capacity in no time. Thank you, First, for your assistance. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been here. Excellent. I'll be leaving with the Founder now.
Primary ISIS core.
Captain, I'm detecting multiple Jem'Hadar ships, and there are more on an intercept course. Let's get those guys going. I'm contacting the fleet at Bajor, but I don't know if... Incoming hail, sir. It's the lead Jem'Hadar ship. Karukan wants to speak to you. Put him on screen.
Surrender the Founder and your pet, and you will survive, Captain. Refuse, and I will destroy your ship.
He's bluffing. He can't harm a Founder.
I can, and I will, Vorta. Victory is life.
Go to warp while you still can. We'll hold them off.
No! I will have the Founder! All ships, attack!
Captain! Shields at 47% and falling!
Evasive maneuvers. Pattern shown 6. Launch torpedoes. Full spread.
Sir!
We won't be able to hold them off forever, Captain.
Get the Founder back to DS9 now. Boom, boom. That could have gone better, but I know you did the best you could. A check of Facility 4028 shows several prisoners unaccounted for. Most will be able to pick up with ease, but there are 2 high-priority inmates missing. Terrace and someone named James Fadi Mera. I don't know anything about Mera, but Terrace had help. An Iconian energy signature was detected near her cell. She could be anywhere now. But the Founder and Wayun are safe and willing to cooperate. That's the only bright spot in this mess. Rescue teams are already in the Ayala system. looking for survivors from the battle. Jem'Hadar took some hits too, but from what we know, Kurakan made it back to Deep Space Nine. This isn't over yet.